DIY Christmas gifts number 5. Today we're going to make a cookie that I have actually never made before, but it is a shortbread. It looks pretty easy and I thought we could experiment together and see how they turn out. So let's get started. So to start with, we have 1 cup of butter, or 225 grams of butter, just softened. And then we're going to put in 3/4 cup of sugar, or 155 grams. And we're going to blend this till it's just blended. This is not a light and fluffy kind of blend we're doing today. Next, we're going to be adding 2 1/4 cups of plain flour, but we're just going to gradually add it. So we'll start with 1 cup. Now my 2nd cup. And now my 1/4 cup. Now this is quite crumbly looking, but it says in the recipe that will all come together, so I am just going to do exactly what they say and we'll see how it goes. Now altogether in this we are going to be using 3.5 tablespoons of sprinkles, so I'm going to be using Christmas sprinkles. I'm putting 2.5 cups in with the dry mix now, and then we're going to say 1 of the tablespoons to coat over the top. Now you just want to mix this through. Now next you want to line your baking pan. This one's about 13 inches by 9 inches, and we're going to pour our dry mix straight into here. So now we just want to press this down. I'm just going to use the spatula. Make sure you've got an overhang with your grease-proof paper, because apparently according to the recipe it's going to make it much easier when we do the next step. I've smoothed this all out. I actually just rolled my cup over it so it's nice and flat. And then we're going to use that last tablespoon of sprinkles and sprinkle this over the top. And I am going to use my cup, which is this Paw Patrol one. It's the only flat one I could find. Just to roll it over, just to make sure that it is caught in the shortbread. Now that's the first step done. We just need to put this in the fridge for probably 20 or 30 minutes just till it's firmed up a bit. About 5 minutes before your shortbread's due to come out of the fridge, heat up your oven at about 190 degrees so it's ready to go, and we're up to the next step. These have been in the fridge for probably half an hour. I'm going to cut them now, so you just want to take them out. And I'm going to cut these really tiny, so I'm doing like 1/2 inch squares. And we just want to keep cutting the whole way down. So now we want to cut them down this way in the same width. So I've cut these all into tiny little squares, and I'm going to place them on my baking tray. And now I'm going to place these in my 190 degree oven for about 8 minutes. And the cookies that didn't go in the oven, just pop them in the fridge so they don't soften. The total for making these is $3.70 if you use an actual butter, but if you use a butter blend or margarine, you're looking at about $1.70 to make these. So these are super cheap to make. And then adding it into one of our little snow globe jars. These are $5. The cookies you can do for $2. That is such a cheap present to show somebody how much you appreciate them by putting in the effort, but not having to pay a heap of money. So make sure you like and save this so you can make cookies yourself. If you want to know how to do the little snow globe lid jars, go and have a look at my previous post. Make sure you hit the follow button if you are somebody that would like some DIY Christmas gifts that are super cute but very budget friendly as well.